Guys, welcome back. Under this cloth might be the best RC car I've ever driven. Alright guys, welcome back to RCs and More. In this video, we have this new fcx24 Cave 5 Blazer from FMS. Let's get it open. Guys, once you get it open, you get this nice foam carrying case, which holds the car. So if you're ever going somewhere, this is going to be very nice for you because it won't damage the car, especially that hard body. And then the first thing you get is the instruction manual, of course. Just a bunch of zoomed out images, a bunch of instructions, and stuff like that. But I'm not going to bore you. Let's open the actual car. Oh, look at that. So here it is, guys. I already kind of took it out, as you saw in the other videos, so it is a little bit scratched, but you don't really notice that if it's in like by itself. But wow, this thing is awesome, guys. Look at this. This looks awesome. So you get the instruction manual, you get the car itself, you get the remote. There it is. This remote right here. It's a pretty good remote. Has all the buttons and stuff, lights and stuff. You get the charging cable, and then of course you get the battery, which usually the battery's in the car, but I took it out. So this is all the stuff it really comes with that you need to run the car, but if you want to add attachments or other stuff to make it better, this is the other stuff. So you get these shock spacers, which make the shock lower or higher to your choosing. You also get these are extra screws, so if you wanted to attach the other thing, which makes this come off right here, there, so then you can make it a pickup truck, which usually it comes with screws in here, so you guys would not get it off that easily, but I took the screws out, and we'll get into it why I took them out in a minute. This was the thing I was talking about. This is the roll cage, so if you wanted to take off this part instead of a Blazer, you could have a little pickup truck, but I prefer the Blazer, but it's up to you. The next thing you get is the metal tool wrench here. And this is nice to have because if you ever need to take off the wheel when you're gone, instead of bringing a big wrench, you got this little thing. But then if you don't want the little thing, it's going to be not good. So I don't recommend using this all the time, but for quick uses, it's pretty good. And then lastly, but not least, definitely not least, is the shock absorbers. These are very nice. So the car comes with stock shocks, springy, and so when you crawl, it bounces like that, and that it's okay, but it's not the best. It doesn't look really good, and it bounces, makes a ton of noise, and this big body, see, it bounces a lot. So these can convert from the spring stock shocks to oil-filled shocks. So this is very nice, but these are very tiny shocks, so that's going to be really hard to get into. But let's open the car now. Now I got all that stuff out of the way, so here's the main car. It is a very cool body. I do have to say I love this body. But to get it open, you go to the bottom and you find these two clips right here and here, and two on the front. And then you lightly pinch them, and then it clicks. And you do the front, and it clicks, and then you take it off. You guys got to be aware though, because it does have working headlights, so you have to watch out for this cord. You could unplug this, but I don't recommend that. So then we'll just put the body off to the side. And it's fully hard body. It's not like some cheap body. I'm going to unplug the headlights for now so I can move this around. Alright, once we get inside, we have this 2-speed transmission, which is very not common in crawlers, especially from like Traxxas or something. But these are very cool. That is very cool because that has a high speed and low speed, which I'll show later. We have this power dash, brushed motor. We have a 2-in-1 receiver. We have this antenna, and then the battery can go right here. And then this servo, if you're wondering, is to switch the transmission. This servo is for steering, of course. So this does have locked diffs. But like I said, see the springs, very springy. So if you would like to convert that to oil-filled shocks, that would be better for crawling. Okay, let's get the battery in. This is a very tiny battery. Like, this is smaller than my thumb almost. It is a 7.4 volt, 380 milliamp battery with 5C, but it is LiPo. So you can put this in any way you want, but I like how they fixed the strap, because they used to have a bad strap. So now they have this, and this is very good. Alright, so we get a remote. Just turn it on right here. And it should beep with a green light. And then you just plug in the battery to the car. Oh, forgot how to plug this thing in. There we go. Okay. And then you turn on the car right in the front here. And then there you go. So I'm not going to have the headlights plugged in right now. So the cord will just be hanging out. And then to put the body on, you just line it up with those holes we did earlier. And then clicks in, and there you go. And it does not come off. It's a very tight body. So then you grab the remote. And so it's like a common RC remote. So this is throttle, of course. This is steering, which is a pretty good servo for crawling. And then here, right here, are the channels. See that? So then this first channel, of course, is crawling. And this goes very slow, guys. This is very good. The second channel is neutral. So then you go. And it doesn't move. I don't know if you got that. Probably not really helpful at all. Then the thing that everyone's been waiting for, the second speed. So you just click it again. And then look at this. Look how fast it is now. It's so much faster on second speed. Which this might not be the best for crawling, but if you're going down like a trail or something, this will be very helpful to like keep up with your walking or whatever. So that's a very good thing. But that does drain the battery quicker, so I'm just going to put it back onto crawling speed. Alright, so overall thoughts. So pros and cons about this car. Let's start with the pros. So the pros is that the remote has a nice grip, and it is small, and it does have a good foam. And I like how all the buttons are aligned nicely. Oh crap. And they're all on the front, which is very nice. And the car, of course, it looks awesome. Like, look at this thing. It has all the stickers, license plate, licensed logo, and everything. The tires look pretty good. This thing's awesome. Also, what's good is the price. It's so good, guys. It's $100. Like, usually, like, if you want a good crawler that looks good, and if it's like bigger, it's gonna be like $400. But this little thing is awesome. It's so cheap, and but it's not bad. It's so good. And the look is awesome. This is a great car, guys. Performance is also great. It can crawl up pretty good stuff. It has nice flex, so all the wheels stay on. I'm pulling all the. Oh, there we go. I'm staying. All the wheels are down. Let me pull this one up, and all the wheels are down. So it does really good. But if you're going up pretty steep like this or something, this right here, you're going to want to take off. Because if you're crawling and it's like this with that on, this is going to tip backwards, which has happened to me. So if you're ever like crawling up really steep stuff, I recommend taking off the back, and then this thing can really crawl good. But the bumper does sometimes get in the way. This bumper right here, which also you could take off. And if you bought it earlier, but I didn't buy it earlier, or you could order it separately. You can order a different bumper, and you can order a roof rack, which it's an okay, but I like the bumper better than the roof rack. So yeah, if you're going up steep stuff, I would definitely take off the back. So let's get into the cons about this truck. So as you see, there's a mirror here, but where's the other mirror is gone. And you're gonna be like, wow, you didn't notice that? Like, what? But like, I took it off, guys. It's right here. It's in this little Lego container. It's right there. And this is one of the cons, because these little screws that hold in the mirror, the bumper, this part of the truck, these screws are so tiny. And so when you're driving around and stuff, and if you flip over, the screws in here, get a little tugged, and this could move out or try to pop off, and then those little threads are getting hit every time. And then over and over, if you keep following, the body will just pop off like that. And as you can see, the little holes right there in the truck. So that's where the screws used to go, but the screws are so bad. They're so tiny, and that's the bad thing about little crawlers. So that would be the first con. And you can't really do anything about it unless you put like some sort of epoxy or glue in there and then make a new hole. But still, yeah. And plus, when it does a roll, the mirror would always hit right there, and then it'd make it loose. I don't know how this one's still on. It's just a barely loose, but I don't like to touch it because it could come loose. But besides that, everything else is good, but the screws, that is the first con. Second con is probably going to be the spring shocks. They're just, you see the car, and it looks awesome. But then you go over rocks, you see that. You see this bumpy old car, and look how bumpy that is. Look at this. This body's flopping like this. Especially if you're going fast through the grass, it's just going to look like this. But once you get the oil in there, the body will only move like a little, and it'll move with the wheels nice. But right now, it's just so bouncy. So all you have to do is take that shock off, take the shock cap off, get some oil, get those rings we saw, and then put them in there. And then there you go, you got oil-filled shocks. It's not a big con, but it's just a little thing. And like the last kind of big con would be battery life, I feel like. Because if you brought this thing, let's say 5 hours away, and you want to trawl it all over the place, and you only have one battery, it's only going to last like 20-30 minutes, and it's just not worth it. If you drove all the way out there and it only lasts a couple minutes. If you have like 5 batteries, this little tiny battery, it's great. If you have a lot of batteries, you're fine. But if only you have the one with the ready-to-run box and the car, then yeah, you're only going to have a run time of like 30 minutes. And if you're going on the second speed, especially second speed, that's super fast. Oh, I just fell off the desk. It's super fast. And then if you're on that the whole time, that's going to drain the battery twice as fast as on just the first speed. So yeah, if you have one battery, it'll be okay. If you're driving in like a little crawler course or something and you're close by home, you could just charge it. But if you're far away and you only got one battery, you're probably cooked. But if you bring a couple extra batteries, then yeah, you're probably fine. But that's not a big thing. I would just say the only big thing would be the oil-filled shocks. That's the biggest thing. But battery life is second. Third, and it's not a big one at all, but the third one is that the stickers, I feel like, the stickers are kind of getting scratched and stuff. And if it I was talking about the tumbles and stuff, those stickers are really tiny, so if they do get scratched and stuff, they could peel. And this license plate right here, it's about to come off. See? Yeah. So you just gotta watch out. If you're like a really good crawler and this is not your first crawler, you'll definitely be probably fine. But yeah, those stickers, yeah, they're very tiny stickers, and they do get a little bit damaged from like falling or tipping over and stuff. The last con about this truck, which is not a big one at all, but it's big and little, because these little tiny clips right here, they are kind of a pain. You see that little tiny line right there? That's very skinny, and your finger just goes right over that, and if you miss it and it falls, it'll just scrape your finger. I've had it happen before. But I don't know about the Traxxas 4M, or TRX 4M, my bad. I like that body style clipping better than this, because these are very hard to click and they hurt. Getting in wise, it's okay, but there are way easier clipping options out there. But I'm not going to complain too much about that, because this is a clipless crawler, awesome looking car. So that's just a small con. But overall, this truck is awesome, guys. If you don't want to spend a ton of money on a crawler, you're looking for a cool looking crawler, it's cheap, this is the one. It's awesome. It has high under here. It looks awesome. It has headlights. It's ready to run. It's cheap. It's only $100 compared to like bigger crawlers, one temp scale, or like one 12th scale are way expensive, like 400, 500, and it goes up. And plus, most of them don't even come with the battery. So, yeah. And this comes with a box. This is awesome, guys. Just get this. Just get this, guys. So yeah, this is definitely a great crawler. This is my first crawler, but this is great, guys. This is awesome. It can, even though it's small, even though the wheels are really tiny, it can do so much. I would definitely recommend this fcx24 K5 Blazer from FMS. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Please leave a like and subscribe. And we're just starting to grow the channel, so please support us. We love to do RC cars, drones. We do a whole bunch of RC stuff. And even though it's winter right now, we don't really have too much to do because wintry, snow, and that rust stuff, and it's horrible. But in summer, oh yeah, there's a bunch of stuff coming, guys. But yeah, this crawler, guys, is awesome. It's small, portable, pretty decent runtime. I mean, like I was saying, it doesn't have like hours of it, but it's a great small crawler, especially for beginners. So yeah, if you guys are looking for a RC car, a crawler that is small, portable, and does great, even though it's small, I would definitely recommend this car. But that's it for today's video, guys. Please leave a like, and see you later.